On today's episode of the Tweet Show Podcast, we got a lot of things to discuss. We've got the announcement today of Tom Brady retiring from football. We've got some Super Bowl headlines I want to discuss and plenty more. So with that being said, let's get started with today's episode. Alrighty, so big story today in sports is the official announcement of Tom Brady retiring once again. So I would just like to discuss about, one, is he actually retired? Which I truly believe he's done. He's done. Like, if you kind of watch some of that Bucks game in the playoffs, you can kind of get an idea that he's probably done. I don't think he's physically done. He could probably play another year and still probably play at a high level. But we just thought, I generally just thought that Bucks team just wasn't ready to win another Super Bowl at any points. So I was, it's kind of sad that he kind of went out the way he sort of did. Tom Brady was never going to win another Super Bowl probably. I'm not saying that he could have. But we all can't have the Super Bowl fairy tale story like the Ray Lewis and the Peyton Mannings and the John Elways and many others have had in the past. So I mean, the best one would have been last year when he lost to the Rams in that remarkable game. So, but obviously he did retire after the game, but then he came back for this season and he still played at a pretty high level, but once again that offense just wasn't clicking. It just wasn't gonna go as far, or just wasn't good. We all saw it coming, but let's talk a little bit about just Tom Brady, the man himself. So Tom Brady, we all love him. You either love him or hate him. And I used to hate the guy. Trust me, I was one of the haters. But when he left New England, it's just sort of the same way with LeBron. Once he left a certain, because once LeBron left Miami to go back to Cleveland, I didn't hate him as much. I sort of did, but at the same time, I appreciate what he was like. I found it was all right, I don't hate him as much as I used to. But like I said, with Tom Brady going to the Bucks, I was all right, there's a new Tom. Maybe he can, because once you sort of saw there was a new Tom, and you were oh wow, this guy actually isn't all that bad. He's actually kind of cool. So, I mean, it's great seeing him outside of New England, because really inside of New England, we were oh, this fucking guy, he stinks. I don't like him one bit. And then all the winning and all the heartbreaking, if your team playing him, anytime you're up by 3 points with 2 minutes or a minute left, you're oh, we got this in the bag. Oh, wait, Tom Brady's about to step on the goddamn field, isn't he? Yep. And you just lost. So I'm sure plenty of all 32 teams have sour memories of Tom Brady beating you. The last time my team played Tom Brady was when he was playing the Bucks last year, and that team that was not a good game. They got their ass whooped, and obviously that's the year it was Tom's first year in Tampa, not last year. Because it was Justin Fields' rookie year, so Justin got to play in that game. I'm trying to decide, was that Tom's first actual year? Or yeah, that was last year. So yeah, because Justin's in his second year. So second year in Tampa, and the Bears got their ass whooped. Now prior to that, though, his actual first year, when there was the whole COVID year with the whole fourth, he was wait, it's fourth down, right? There's no Tom, it's. You turned it over on downs, you doofus. You don't get an extra down. You lost track of all the downs, and even though he won't admit it, but you did. You simply did. But like I said, I've started to more appreciate Tom as a football player and he's a person. But a little part of me still little part of me still is finally excited that he's finally leaving. But like I said, once you see some of these legends like leave the game, you're like, damn. I wish I could have what's the word I'm looking for? Like appreciate and pressure and like capture the moment sort of with them, because you just never think that this is truly it, because you've watched them since your whole life and you're like, oh my god, this guy is awesome, or this guy, I hate this guy, but I wish he would just leave the league. And then once they leave, you're like, oh shit, I wish he would stay a little longer so I could appreciate him. But I'm sure the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins are all happy that he's finally leaving the NFL. So yeah, I mean, it's remarkable what he's like truly done, because like he's obviously won 7 Super Bowls, and I don't think anybody in the NFL, I don't think anybody's gonna come close to that. There might be someone who might get to 5 or 6, maybe 5, but I don't know if they'll ever get to 7, maybe 6 at the most. Like I think realistically, if you look at all the quarterbacks right now, like who's most realistically going to catch up to Brady's number? I mean, Mahomes has already got the 1, and I don't think anybody else is really close to that number, because Aaron Rodgers has 1, but he's not going to get up to that number. He's already like 39. He's like 38 or something like that. He's old, so he's not going to catch that number. And you've got a bunch of young guys, but like Tom did it like in his first 5 years, winning 3 or something crazy. So I don't know. It's going to be remarkable how we sort of look back on Tom Brady's career and we go, wow, this guy did something different. Now we can say something about one of the Super Bowls, like they didn't need him to win it. So I mean, it is what it is. But like if you just broke down his years and stuff, like in his 20s, in his 30s, in his 40s. Actually, let me just pull it up real quick, because I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that's remarkable. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Gosh, where is it? I wonder if maybe the NFL tweeted it out. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Gosh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Maybe I found it. Come on. Where is it? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to find it now. Oh, here it is. Okay. So Tom Brady by decades. Tom Brady in his 20s had 21,000 yards passing, 447 yards passing touchdowns, and 3 Super Bowls. In his 30s, that's when he went off. In his 30s, he had 40,000 yards passing, 309 passing touchdowns, 2 Super Bowls, and 2 NFL MVPs. In his 40s, what's remarkable that we even got to there, he had 27,000 yards passing, 193 yards passing touchdowns, 2 Super Bowl wins, and 1 MVP. Which again, he won a freaking MVP in his 40s. That's freaking crazy, bro. That's freaking crazy. Like, man is just so good. Man is good. Like, we just got to start appreciating some of these legends, like LeBron and some of the other ones. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the greats out there that are right now. Like LeBron and like Tom are like the top, on Mount Rushmore right now. If we're currently talking about like Steph Curry, or even, gosh, I'm trying to think of other good, just legends, man. Because Tom's the only one I can think of sort of football wise. I mean, we could probably say Aaron Rodgers, or God, I don't think really, because if you look at the NFL slate, there's all the young quarterbacks. Well, I should probably think of outside quarterbacks, but God, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm missing somebody. Am I missing somebody? I'm trying to go through all the list of players I know, top 10. No, sort of no, because I feel like a lot of people are young ones. So, okay, LeBron, Curry, and baseball, you got oh God, Mike Trout, sort of. People just don't appreciate Mike Trout, just how good he is. And then you got for other sports in general, Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, Jokic in tennis, And you got, like I said, there's plenty other GOATs out there in their respectable sports. So, I mean, we just gotta appreciate Tom. Show your flowers a little bit. All right. Just look, you can still hate the guy, but you got to respect what he did. All right. I mean, he's truly the GOAT of now. Now we can have the discussion about if he's the greatest player of all time, or if he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Like, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Like, no debate about it. But if you want to talk about just simply player, like, we can have a little discussion about it, because we can say him or Jerry Rice or Dion, or just, I don't know, just we can have this discussion about players, and we can just find, I don't know, just stuff like that. Or either we can say like athlete, and we can have discussion about that. Like, Tom is the definition of a GOAT. Like, if you look at it in the dictionary, Tom Brady's probably in that dictionary. Like, he's the definition of a GOAT. So yeah, Tom, if you see this video, I appreciate your career, what you've done. Even though I've hated most of your career, but love and hate. It's just like that Nike commercial with Kobe Bryant. Love him or hate him, you got to respect him. So I respect you, Tom Brady. Salute. Good luck in retirement. So I'm sure we'll see you when you officially go to whatever, broadcasting with the Fox guys. So we're never gonna see Tom again. So we'll see him like within the next like 2 years, I'm guessing, with the broadcasting. So yeah, let's do a little NFL storylines here, and so obviously I haven't done one in a hot minute. I understand that. I probably should have done one like right after the championship games, but I was doing some schoolwork and stuff like that. So I was like, had to like decide which ones to do. So obviously I chose school first, because school does come first, of course, even though I don't really want to do the schoolwork. But anyways, let me just sort of recap here. So the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, if you don't already know, they're in the Super Bowl this year. So yeah, so some of the storylines headed into the Super Bowl are that Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, who are brothers, will be playing in the Super Bowl, facing each other. So there will only be one winner of brothers, and one brother will have bragging rights. And I saw they posted a new episode on their podcast, so I'm gonna go probably watch it after like do all the editing for this. So I got a lot of podcasts I got to catch up on. Like, I just now where I'm at now with this whole podcast stuff, like I'm so intrigued by like I'll listen to a podcast on like on my car, but now I'm just more like interested in watching like the videos. Like I'm so more interested in watching them on like videos, like on YouTube and stuff like that. So like for sure, I like almost like watching podcasts on video now. Like, it's so much funner to watch it on YouTube, because like you can see who they're talking to, and you can sort of see like how, you know, I just sort of like it. Just sort of, I mean, like if I'm in a car driving for a long period of time, then yeah, I'll probably put it on a radio. But like if I'm just at home doing nothing, just want to like watch some guys interview somebody that sounds like really cool. Because like last night I started watching Jake Paul's podcast. Actually, it's not that bad. I actually kind of like it. I was watching the Roman Reigns one. Sort of like that one. That was good. I mean, I'm going to probably watch a couple more, but like I said, I got a lot of podcasts to catch up on. A lot of podcasts. I mean, there's some really good podcasts out there. I'm not going to lie. There's some really good ones out there. I mean, I appreciate the people that listen to mine, but like I said, there's some really good podcasters out there. Like, people are really good at this shit. I mean, I hope to be up there at one day, but like, damn. But anyways, I digress about me in the podcast world. Let's get back on the Super Bowl thing. So yeah, so the Super Bowl brothers are going to play each other, and we'll see who wins. And the other storyline is that Andy Reid will be playing his former team in the Super Bowl. Obviously, Andy Reid was a Philadelphia head coach for a long period of time, and then he got fired. I can't decide if he was the coach who got him to the Super Bowl, but lost to Brady. And then this time around, he's going to play them to decide if he's a Super Bowl champion or not. So, and then another Super Bowl storyline is the Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts are the first two black NFL starting quarterbacks who start in a Super Bowl, which is very cool. super awesome. I hope we get to have more stuff like that, some more unique things with that, and trying to think what other storylines there are. Try to think. Oh gosh, Nick Sirianni, like first year head coach. He's going to be a what was the God, I saw it the other night. It was like first year head coaches playing or not first year head coaches, but like because he's in his second year or within their first like 3 years of going to the like their first. So NFL head coaches in their first 3 years reaching to the Super Bowl, there's only like one person who may have won it, but I don't remember the stat. But I'm almost positive that everybody else has lost because Sean McVay did it like in his first 3 years, and then he lost that Super Bowl. But obviously he got a Super Bowl now. But yeah, anyways, God, there's like so many storylines. I feel like I'm trying to think of something on the top of my head. So I wish there was like another person across the screen who would talk to me about some more storylines. So, God, I think that's really about it. So I think, let's talk a little bit of LeBron almost getting to the all-time scoring record. He's about 89 points away from the all-time NBA scoring record, about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He only needs like 89 points, so it'll be very exciting to see how he does it and stuff like that. I mean, we could have the same. I mean, if we really want to do this, we could. No, I'll probably save this whole like appreciations for LeBron when he actually breaks the record. Until then, we're not going to do anything because God forbid he tore his ACL right before right before he's supposed to break the record, because that would suck. Oh man, that would be horrible if he was so damn close and then he like got a season injury or something like that. That'd be so bad. I kind of would feel bad for LeBron if that happened to him. But let's see, other like storylines or sports informations I should give you guys and give you my thoughts on. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, tomorrow I'm going on a little field trip in Des Moines with some media people, so that should be fun. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other things I'm doing tomorrow. Oh, just like, let's see, because like Tom Brady retired. I mean, we could talk a little bit about college basketball. I would like to do that on another episode where I could just simply like strictly talk about it, like the whole episode, probably, if I can get someone who's like knowledgeable about college basketball, sort of, because like I've been watching a lot of college basketball recently because since football's winding down, and I'm probably gonna get starting getting back into the basketball mindset and like be like all in on basketball. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably watch a little bit more college basketball, and then I'll sort of work my way towards the NBA just to get caught up, because I know what's sort of going on, but not always. So what I like to do sometimes is either one, I'll watch like a couple like podcasts of basketball to see what's going on, see what's sort of the storylines, or sometimes if First Take is doing basketball storylines, I'll watch that segment to see what's sort of the what's going on in the NBA. Because like otherwise I'm all in on football, because like I only can watch so many sports in one time and learn or know what's going on in the world. So let's see, is there anything else? Gosh, I think there's a new episode of one of my shows. I have to watch that once I get done with this show or no episode. God, I feel like there's so many things to talk about. I actually did a draft today on foods. We did like fast food, pizza toppings, ice creams, and what was the other one we did? We did fast food, pizza toppings, ice cream, and what was the other one we did? Damn it, what was the other one we did? We did. Damn it, I can't think of it. But basically, yeah, we had like 4 topics. We were supposed to do 5, but we ended up doing like 4 just because of time. So, yeah, it was sort of fun. We had like 2 guests on with us and doing it, and it was pretty fun. We had learned about some people, like either his favorite ice cream or something like that. So it was kind of fun. It was fun stuff there for sure. God, I'm trying to think. Finally, for news update, if you've sort of been learning, or if you've noticed, if you're watching it on YouTube, if I actually did post this video on YouTube, that you'll notice that it's a totally different room and it looks a lot different from what my previous videos have looked like. I'm back in my original studio in my actual room, and the other studio that I was previously recording podcasts in were in my roommate's room, who was gone for most of the time because of like some reasonings and stuff like that. So he was back in Georgia, so the room was vacated, and I used that for my podcast studio. So obviously now I'm back in my room having to record everything, and sometimes I'm like, I would like to do it, probably just keep doing it in my room, but like it was sort of nice doing it up there because I could just, there was no noise or anything like that. It was like upstairs, so you couldn't hear anything. But now I'm sort of having to time out when I need to do the podcast because one, I have a person behind this wall who's sort of loud, aka my roommate, and he's got loud dogs. I mean, I'm sure he probably won't be loud enough where it will get through the microphone and be a distraction. At least not that I think of. But we'll cross that path when we get there. If it becomes a distraction with him, but he's oh god, what is there? I mean, I was going to say something stupid about him, but not today. I don't feel like it. God, I'm trying to think of what other things are there. I should reach out to there's like one person in college basketball I should probably just reach out to, but like, hey, do you mind if you like come on to my podcast? I mean, oh, speaking of yes, I do have a well, we haven't made anything official yet, but I do have a person who him and I might be collaborating here pretty soon. We got to figure that out. I would like to do it sometime soon because it would be fun to do it. Obviously, instead of just hearing me all the time, you can actually hear someone else, like you did with my roommate Sean, who came on the show and talked soccer and all that other stuff. So I think it would be fun to have him on if we can just find the time, if I can get his attention about what days and all that other stuff. Hopefully here pretty soon. Let's see what we got here. Nope, still hasn't reached out yet. So like I said, keep on the lookout for that episode because I think that'll be a fun episode as long as we get to do that episode and then with that special guest. And I do have a list of guests that I would like to eventually get on the podcast or this year because I think it would be more fun to do like more interviews and stuff like that. So once I get like the equipment and the guests on, we'll just fly. We'll just keep going to the moon. So yeah, so I think that's going to be sort of a short episode today. Not a whole lot of things going on right now. I'm sure I'll have more content coming out here pretty soon. So yep. So with that being said, though, I will see you guys next time. Oh, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is the Twedt Show Podcast on YouTube, and make sure you also subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, whatever you may be listening to this on. And I'm on social media. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, as I just said. I don't know. I probably should get my cousin, who's like more of an Instagram guy, to do it. Build an Instagram page for me. Maybe he'll make me an Instagram page, and then also I gotta get like a new logo. He said he was gonna make me a new logo today, or not today, but like in the future. And he sort of got one, but like he hasn't finalized it. So hopefully I'll get that one. So like I said, follow me on social media platforms, and I'll just put everything in the description, in the episode descriptions. So like I said, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Let's say Monday. How about that? Because we'll get more information with stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.